road, the long way from Melbourne up to Seaboard. But yeah, magic. Quite a bit of bitumen, enough to show the guys how good the bike is on the road for a light, compact adventure bike, how stable it is through the twisties. Dropped in for a last little bit of dirt, threw in a little bit of single just to show how good and agile the bike is through the tight and twisty stuff. So I think everyone will be ready for a cold drink now to wash the dust down and hear the briefing about the bikes and then get fired up for tomorrow. Day 2, we've woken up in the Victorian High Country. It's absolutely magnificent. We've got a beautiful day. Let's turn it on for us. We're heading out now into the High Country, up to Craig's Hut. We're really going to put these Himalayan 450s through their paces and see what they're designed to do.
Well, near Mount Sterling and at Craig's Hut. Yesterday we spent a lot of time on the tar. Handles absolutely incredible. I was so surprised how stable it was, hooking into corners, flawless, tyres great. Now in the dirt, it's actually really good as well. Never unsettled, jumping, going over erosion mounds, clipping rocks, sliding it, really rock solid.
It's really impressed me how agile, light it is. Just brilliant. A smaller CC adventure bike that can tackle full adventure terrain has really been a highlight. Really enjoying today. Looking forward to getting into even more gnarly trails this afternoon.
We did a water crossing. Some big whoops, we got some big air. You can actually wheelie these things now, so I mean that's a big upgrade. We've just come thumping up this beautiful flowing, twisty bit of bitumen. At Mount Buller, it's a snow town, but we're in the hot season, so the road was just lovely. And what it did is it affirmed my suspicion that these tyres are a massive, massive improvement. They have proven fantastic, both on the road and off the road. And that's down to the fact that they were designed specifically for this bike. In fact, in just about every way, this is an improved motorcycle. That engine is miles above of the previous bike's motor. It's faster, but it's also smoother. It's also mated to a 6-speed gearbox now that works really quite effortlessly. The chassis is better, it handles better on the road and off the road, as I say. It's liquid cooled, ride-by-wire throttle, TFT screen. Look, these aren't crazy space age features, but it elevates Royal Enfield again a little bit up the ladder. What it certainly proves, and what we've certainly proven over the last couple of days, is there isn't much you cannot do on this bike. We took it up things it had no right getting up. We couldn't find a hill we couldn't get up. A massive improvement for Royal Enfield here, and one you must consider if you're in the market for a lightweight adventure bike. This should not go without a look because it has been an absolute blast to ride.
what a day. The Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, it is such a comfortable and capable bike in these conditions that actually surprised me. I have ridden all of the tracks we rode today previously on enduro bikes, and I've got to wholeheartedly, honestly say I was more comfortable today on the Himalayan. I think that says a lot about the bike. 450, people may question that capacity, whether it's big enough for an adventure tourer bike. I'll tell you what, it is. I had a great time. We rode some pretty gnarly tracks, and a few of the boys will probably tell you that some of them the tracks were too much, but the bike handled it fine. So for a bike at that price point and for what it is a fantastic machine, and I think a lot more people should consider it for this style of riding than what they currently do.
It's pretty big. He said it's sort of unprecedented interest in terms of, you know, one of their models. So they're very, very positive and ambitious about what they can do with this thing. And I think, you know, given what I've experienced over the last few days, you know, a total of I think 450 kilometres and 120 plus of that off-road in all sorts of conditions. You know, from my take on the thing, given the price point of $9,000 right away, I think you know, they're well justified to think this thing is going to sell a mozza.